Let's start with the good. Let's start with the good. Um, you're looking at one of the greatest Premier League players of all time. You are looking at one of the greatest Premier League players of all time, Mohamed Olusegun Babayaro Babangida Salah is one of the greatest Premier League players of all time. These are just plain facts. It's not my opinion. It's not my viewpoint. This is a scientific fact. Salah is a greater Liverpool player than Steven Gerrard. Shout out to that UCL. Amazing. That was dot stroke doy. Taking his whole resume overall, Salah is a greater Liverpool player than Steven Gerrard. That is a fact. Don't argue with me. Do not argue with facts. Salah also has legal custody of Manchester United. If Man United wants to buy a player, they have to call Salah. If United wants to make any investments, they have to call Salah. If United wants to do any business, on the field, off the field, abroad, in Krypton, in Mars, in Neptune, they have to make sure that Salah gives the green light. Salah is a stakeholder at Manchester United. He's got legal custody. We have to have what Salah has done in the Premier League. How have we had a real conversation? Do you know this player has not had a single bad season? Since he's been in the Premier League, he's not had a single bad season. Do you know he's improved his game? Do you know that if he's not scoring, he's assisting, he's creating, he's playmaking? Do you know the amount of value he brings to the attack? And I don't know whether it's because he's Egyptian, he's this, that. Why isn't there much more of a conversation in terms of what this guy has done? Since he's come to the Premier League, his impact on the Premier League has been profound. Before that Norwegian cyborg, he held the goal record. Before Thor. And in this game, one guy had, Salah was the big difference in this game. One team had Xerxes, Nacho Cheese, that bum-ass loser known as Rashford, that hot potato match known as Bruno, and another team had Salah, who just brings so much value and so much quality in that final third, whether it's clinical finishing or it is precise precision passing, making the right decision with the right pass made at the right time. I mean, when all is said and done, we're going to have a real convo about Salah and say, you can make a strong argument he's top 5 greatest Premier League players of all time. You can make that argument. You can make a strong argument that Salah is top 5 greatest Premier League players of all time. That is a very strong argument. That is a very, very strong argument. I thought he was washed. I liked Diaz when I first saw him. Then he lost his way. I was like, okay, looks good. Looks good. He's efficient. He keeps the aggression, but there's quality, there's end product, there is precision there. And I do feel that he's had a really good start to the season because, yes, there were naysayers. I was one of them. He's washed. Because I watched him at the Copa America and I was like, But so far, so good this season. Now, he can go back to being a brick. But so far, this guy looks good. This guy looks good. And if he keeps up like this, Liverpool are looking really good because you know what Salah gives you. You know what Jota gives you. Dabibi is an enigma. Now, if Diaz is giving you this, and you've got Chiesa as well, Liverpool are cooking. But I've been very impressed by how Luis Diaz has looked because if Luis Diaz maintains this end product, he maintains this effectiveness with already the raw, amazing talent he already has. This is a huge player for Liverpool. And this season and what they could potentially do. So shout out to Arne Slot. I can't call him Amber Rose anymore. I called him Amber Rose just to clown him because I was like, because my feeling was Amber Rose going to come in, massive step up from the Eredivisie to the Premier League. He's going to slide. But no. This team looks good. It was night and day between both sides. One team knew exactly what they were doing. It wasn't perfect. Let's be real. It wasn't perfect. It wasn't a 5-star performance. But it was an efficient performance. It was a professional performance, and they did what they had to do. At the end of the day, they got the 3 points. 3 points, clean sheet, we move. And you have to admire what he's been able to do. Taking over from Klopp. Klopp is a legend. He'll forever be a legend at Liverpool. There will be a statue built of him. So he was coming into this job under huge amounts of pressure. And so far, very impressive. Long way to go. Injuries, bad form, players not playing well. Those hard times are going to come. And nobody expects them to win the title this season ahead of City. No. But they look good. And I've been very impressed by his coaching of the team and how he's been able to organize this team and say, you know what? Klopp did that. This is my way of playing. This is my philosophy. And for me, Luis Diaz seems to be disintegrating under Klopp. He seems to have new life under Andy Slot. So you're already seeing what he has done to improve upon Klopp in the form of a Luis Diaz. So guys, let's get back to that was the good news. Let's go to the bad news. Boy-Chester divided. When Casemiro made the move from Real Madrid to Man United, people attacked me because I said, he's cashing out. And guys are like, whoa. It's Man United. It's a big club. We're just as big as Real Madrid. He's coming here to bring the Real Madrid DNA. I was like, okay. Because I said, he's won his UCLs. He has left a legacy for that historic Real Madrid team in the Champions League. He's got Liga titles, Copa del Rey titles, UCL titles. He's coming to United to cash out. But people don't want to believe me. Before 40 minutes, just under 40 minutes, Casemiro lost the ball 10 times. I'll say that again. Before the end of the first half, Casemiro, the Real Madrid legend, lost possession 10 times. The 11th time he lost possession, still in the first half, was what led to Liverpool's second goal. That was one of the worst performances I have seen from a so-called legend in a long time. Varane was never that bad for United, never. Varane never had a game that's bad. And he would be ashamed. That guy right behind me, he would be ashamed that a midfielder loses possession 10 times in one half. No, scratch that. A midfielder loses possession 11 times. It was so bad. He got hooked by some dude they found at the pub in Manchester. So they just got some random dude to replace Casemiro because he was that bad. I don't know whether it's injury, it's tiredness. That was a disgraceful performance. It was a disgrace. It was shameful. And for Casemiro, you have to be ashamed that you put forth a performance that badly at home against your club's most fierce rivals. He's washed. He's done. And right now, he's just cashing in that check. But see, he's just punching in. He's literally just punching in a check because what I saw from him, just body language-wise, because he's already been on the decline. He started off pretty well for United, but last few games and so forth, he's been on the decline. But this, I think, is the culmination of, this guy is washed. He's done. So whatever these guys do, I don't know, maybe just sell him to Saudi. You see, United were bad. There's so many guys to single out, but I've got to come back to this guy. I forgot he was playing. You see, Xerxes has just come in. Nacho, he's young and he's done some stuff. Amad Diallo, I like him. I think he's pretty good. What has Rashford done to warrant a place in Man United's squad? Purple patch? Those few games that he scores a winning goal? What has he done to warrant a place? I didn't say starter. Of course he shouldn't be starting. Heck no. What has he done to warrant a place in Man United's squad? The fact that this guy started this game against Liverpool shows you how the standards have dropped. Rashford is trash. He's garbage. And United fans have to be honest with themselves in saying that, look, this guy has not improved. He has not gotten better. He has not added to his game. He has remained the same exact player for the last few years. Be honest with yourself. Has Rashford improved any parts of his game in the last 3, 4, 5 years? He hasn't. He stayed the exact same. So if you've not improved after all these years, of what use are you? Of what use are you? He's useless. You are playing with 10 men if you have a Rashford in your team. The dude is useless. And because he's from Manchester, he's from the academy, nobody's going to say anything. And he's just going to just while away. He's stealing money. He's a thief. He's stealing money. This is theft. This is thieving. You see, this is this is the reality. You have a choice. You sack him. Do you now go for a good manager? Win now. Or you sack him, you start a new project. Because the thing with Ten Hag this is what has me confused. I don't know who to blame. Do you blame Ten Hag, or do you blame the recruitment, or do you blame the structure? The whole point of Ten Hag was, I'm here to give you a structure. I'm here to bring a philosophy. I'm here to bring an idea. I'm looking at his tenure as United manager. I don't know what your idea is. I don't know what you're trying to do. From jump, with less resources, Emery instilled an idea to Aston Villa. So Aston Villa, win, lose or draw, they have a way that they play. They have a personality. There is a characteristic as to how they play instilled by Emery with less resources. So for Ten Hag, you are Manchester United, one of the biggest brands in the world. Not biggest football club, because as a football club, United are irrelevant. They're one of the biggest brands in the world, but as a football club, they are irrelevant. So one of the biggest brands in the world, how is it that you've not been able to instill a style of play, a way of playing, an aesthetic, a personality? So I don't know so Ten Hag, are you to blame? Have you chosen to be like, oh no, we're just going to just vibe? Because when I look at United under Ten Hag, it's vibes. It's vibes. Fergie, you knew exactly what these guys were about. Week in, week out, win, draw, loss, you knew what United were about. They had a personality to them. And how does City win the league? We know City are amazing. We know they have players. But a key reason why City are so good, they have a way of playing. They have a style of play. And a style of play is critical in a 38-game season. So you know that there's a rinse and repeat way of playing that you can do to grind out results on a consistent weekly basis. So I'm looking at United and I say to myself that Zexi, Maguire, Bruno, these are players that besides United. I remember growing up watching United. I'm like, these guys would not sniff the cleaning team. Bruno, Maguire would not sniff the cleaning team. They will not be allowed in the Manchester City Centre. They won't even allowed in the whole city of Manchester. So I'm just confused because this is bad. It's two L's and this team looks lost. Because yes, you'll win some games, but the lack of a direction of this team, the lack of an identity is what is so worrying. The United I knew under Fergie, they had a very strong identity. And I'm looking at United right now, there is zero identity. I don't even know who I'm looking at. I'm just looking at just a team that is literally just vibing. And that is shocking. That is shocking. So I don't know what you do. Okay, you sack Ten Hag. Who do you bring in? Who is available? Because that's your choice. You sack Ten Hag. Do you try and go for another project and now ensure that project is now fruitful? Or do you go for an experienced manager who has experience in winning and you now try to bring in Gid? So it's either Gid or a project. And for a lot of United fans, they're like, no, we need Gid. We need Gid. We can't allow City. Because, bro, this loss was embarrassing. This loss was bad. This should have been 5 or 6. It should have been 5 or 6. So you're going to continue to embarrass United brand in the way that you're getting bent over and spanked like this.